I manifested 2 years' salary in just 11 days. But 6 months later, my manifestation practice failed me and I nearly lost it all. This is a story of what I learned from that lesson so you don't make the same mistakes. By the end of 2012, I had it with my job. Over 16 years, it grew into a job I hated and I wanted a way out. I decided to take a vacation to clear my head, and I indulged in some Neville Goddard's teachings. At that time, I was no stranger to Goddard, but by rereading his teachings, I discovered some new insights. I returned home a week later and was ready to apply some of Goddard's teachings. I jumped into it by clearly defining the given amount of money I wanted to make and also the new job that I wanted to manifest. I persisted in my manifestation practice like never before. I did it 3 times a day, often while exercising and just before going to sleep. Looking back at it now, I knew that I was applying his techniques correctly, and this made me feel very certain that my manifestation was just around the corner. I discovered that throughout the day for short amounts of time, I was really starting to believe my manifestation was coming true. These grew more frequently. I started having them 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, and they also started to last longer. At one point, just after about a week, I reflected and thought to myself that my certainty in my manifestation was really starting to grow. I was proud of myself for being persistent. I started to rest assured that things were going to work out simply because I was doing it correctly. The new year came, and on the 11th day of my manifestation practice, my dream came true, but in an unexpected way. My company decided to close their offices that year and had to make me redundant, but offered to pay me 2 years' compensation for my 16 years of loyalty. Wow. The money that I had targeted for that year came really quickly. Also, just within days later, I found a job that would be much better fit for me, and it offered quite a bit more money. I felt on top of the world. Everything was starting to fall into place. I hired 2 salespeople for a new business that I had just started a few months prior, and we even got a car. What put me on cloud nine more than anything else was the thought that I had unlocked the secret to manifesting money so I can do it at any point in my life. The future looked really rosy, but I was soon unpleasantly surprised that I could not replicate the previous results and manifest more money into my life. I tried it repeatedly, each time making some type of small change in hope that I will stumble across the trick that would fix all my problems. It didn't work. 6 months went by, and I mentioned it to a close friend who also practiced manifesting. He suggested that I focus on building the certainty that the money was coming up my way. He said repeated failure was probably eating away at my confidence, and I was secretly starting to feel the wealth would not manifest. The problem is this: what we expect is often what is attracted into our lives. Here's what he suggested to me. He said, get a notebook and write, I am certain blank, and fill in the blank with whatever you want. So I wrote, I'm certain I have money. But after some experimentation, I found that if I use, I'm certain that I'm receiving money easier now than ever, I would get the best results. The next part is close your eyes and let this feeling sit with you. Let the energy just dwell in you so you become certain that it has already manifested in your life. Just bask in the feeling of being 100% certain that it's happening. Relish the thought that it is impossible for your manifestation not to happen. Do it until you feel comfortable with it. I did this, and within a few months, I was able to generate all the money that I had originally lost. I did this over a few months. All the money that I had lost that year came back to me. I finished the year with 2.5 times more salary than I had the previous year. You hit the subscription button because you want to maximize the benefits of using Neville Goddard's techniques. I literally upload practical videos every week that will be a game changer for you.